What's up, everybody? CW Sumner 51. I'm back finally with the Arnold video. I'm filming this Friday night. I was going to record this Thursday, which was yesterday, but I got nostalgic as fuck when I looked on Time Hop and saw that Hannah Montana had first premiered 10 years ago Thursday. So I had a Hannah Montana jam sesh that time. Don't judge me. But I'm here to record the NXT Arnold WWE experience video. Honestly, I've been bad about using that word all of a sudden. I was good, I'd stopped for a bit, now I'm back on it. But for real, this was one of the most fun times I've had ever as a wrestling fan. So we get there a little after, I don't know when the show started, to be honest. But we got into the Expo Center where WWE was a little after it started. And the line for Joe and Asuka was not too awfully long, but it was not moving at all. Because people would just sit, they wanted to talk, they wanted to take pictures, they wanted this, that, everything signed, and the security guards weren't cracking down on them. So, because I said, F it, not that many people are here right now. We went over, we got a decent seat to watch some wrestling. Because we said, screw it. Actually, no, I take that back. We stood and watched wrestling for a bit and waited till they formed the line for the next signing of people. And then, of course, comes the next signing was Cesaro and Sami Zayn. So, as we're sitting there as we're close to the front of the line, they start the matches. After Dasha Fuentes, Corey Graves, and Tom Phillips did an opening thing. And also Braun Strowman came out and just talked for a second. But then they started the matches. The first match was Apollo Crews versus Dylan Miley. Of course, Apollo Crews got the win. We saw a little bit of that as we were up towards the front of the line, or as we were up towards the back of the line, actually. And then they also had Billie Kay versus Mandy Rose in this time. But yeah, as I said though, the first signing that my cousin and I got was Cesaro and Sami Zayn. So I got the back of the Mania 31 Blu-ray signed by Cesaro because I did not have, my printer was not working the day before, or the day before I left, so I could not get the 8x10 of that moment printed out. And for Sami Zayn, I got the poster from the show a couple of days before signed. Cesaro, I said, man, it sucks that this had to happen. And I asked him, he said he's working, he's getting good on recovery, he's feeling good. I told Sammy, I just said, dude, you rocked that show. He was like, oh, thank you. I'm glad everyone loved it so much. Just stuff like that. I met Sammy last year. He was really nice. Cesaro, so cool. Cesaro was an awesome guy. But then there were still not many people there yet, so my cousin and I, we went up towards the front, and if I can get to this edit this, I'm going to go ahead and try to edit the videos I took in. I just took like 4 videos, or no, I took 6 videos, but like 4 were the actual ring. I got like a few people's entrances. Well, okay, I got 4 videos. I got Triple H's entrance, Bayley's, and Finn's, and I got Bayley's celebration, but then I also got video of me meeting Finn and Bayley from my cousin. Finn, it wasn't the best because he didn't start filming it until towards the end, which is kind of disappointing because, like, Finn, I was going for the too sweet, and he saw that, but he had his hand out, so I shook his hand, and then after, well, I'll tell the story, whatever. But, yeah, whenever we go up towards the front, and we get to see Riddick Moss, one of the newer guys in developmental, versus Johnny Gargano, a guy that me and my cousin love so much. My cousin saw his first promo on television ever. I've said it before, I said it the NXT experience video, got me into independent wrestling, so it was awesome. This was actually a really long match, too. I don't remember how long it went for just being there, though. It went a decent bit of time. And Johnny Gargano won. And then came the match of the day for me. I was so excited during this match. Bayley versus Emma for the NXT Women's Championship. This moment here, it was so awesome. I was having such a fun time. It was a really fun and good match. It was almost the same as the match before, but they tweaked a lot of things. But Emma did beat Bayley up a lot. It was so fun. Her entrance was just Bayley's entrance was so electrifying. It was, oh my gosh, I can't. I get goosebumps thinking about it. It was so awesome. And then, but this is when I looked to my cousin, like, just after the entrance. I looked to my cousin and I said, I love Kevin Owens to death, but I might have a new favorite wrestler. Talking about Bayley, of course. She was just so awesome. She was slapping hands, of course, like she always does around the ring. And, like, I'm short, so I have shorter arms anyway. But I was trying, because I was, like, 3 people back, maybe. So it was it was a little harder for me to get up there. But she saw, like, me struggling, so she, like, waited a second till I could get my hand there and slap my hand. That was so cool. Just because I'm such a Bayley mark. I love Bayley so much. But Bayley did win, of course, because it was an NXT women's title match, so. Then we had the Vaudevillains versus American Alpha. I really enjoyed this match. The villains played heel very well. And then American Alpha just palm everyone. Got them palm their hand. The crowd was doing the Gable angle chants. Gable. 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 Oh my gosh, it was awesome. Then we had, hold up, I'm gonna look something else up real quick. But then we had Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin for the NXT title. Yeah. Oh, that's the video. I don't want the video. I've seen the video. Wait, that's the one I just clicked on. Why am I a dummy? You dummy! Those are pictures. Those are from last year. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't find the schedule they have. I mean, I've got everything in my head anyway, but actually I don't truly. I don't. Actually, I do. Yeah. But, anyway, so that match was fun. Balor, of course, won. Hit the Sunday Bloody Sunday. I don't even know if it's called that, but that's what I call it. Ty Dillinger versus Tino Sabatelli. I watched Tino on Breaking Ground. I enjoyed him. I liked him. The Arnold won me over and wants me to see him on NXT from there. Even if that only because of his theme gonna be put on iTunes after that. I love this man's theme. There was a brief glimpse of it on the part of the NXT episode or I don't know if it was they put it on the NXT episode or it was just the YouTube video, but they put like it out there. That was part of his theme, and I loved it. I love his theme. But Ty Dillinger played face. The 10 chants were over. Ty Dillinger got the win. We had Eva Marie versus Peyton Royce. Everybody booed Eva. Nobody wanted to see you, Eva. And at this point, no, I still hadn't gotten in line again. Because it was a while till I got in line again. Because it was a bunch of like Tino, King Constantine, Thomas King Dumb. I thought it was dumb. Christian Rafter, just guys like that were signing. If Tino was signing, I would have gone to meet him probably. Yeah. I think I was in line at this point after, because there was like Q&As and stuff. I remember being in line to meet Apollo Crews and Mandy Rose at this point. with the Revival versus King Constantine and Thomas Kingdom, which these guys were the bodybuilders. That was their gimmick now. And they were in the middle of a bodybuilding expo, so it was, I guess they were trying to get over, but everyone liked who they've seen, the Revival. That match was fun from what I saw, but then I met Apollo Crews and Mandy Rose. I did not have anything for Mandy Rose to sign. I was not going to get the not Access paper, it was Arnold paper signed, so I just got the NXT program signed by Mandy. She still didn't even use the Mandy Rose. She still signed it M. Sachs. Which, I mean, I liked her on Tough Enough. I like her on Total Divas, so I just talked to her. I said, you know what, I wish you the best and all that stuff. She was like, well, thank you. And I got Apollo Crews to sign the poster right there. He signed it above his name. When I met him, I was like, dude, you're awesome. Thursday was, I loved your match Thursday. He said, well, oh, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. He was cool, laid back. Yeah, Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. I remember watching this match. I was pumped for Alexa Bliss being hometown. I was excited for her. It was awesome. Asuka is always awesome to see wrestle live. Her theme is so cool too. Yeah, I've had a lot of NXT themes stuck in my head since this day. Emma's, Bayley's, Asuka, Tino's. It was cool. Asuka, of course, won, but I was rooting for Bliss. At this point, I don't remember watching because I may have been in line at this point. Yeah, I think I was in line at this point again, or I just did not care. Yeah, we had gotten in line because Johnny Gargano was not advertised for the day. But we had gotten in line because they were like screwing with the graphic over the table, and it was like Johnny Gargano and Emma. I was like, oh shit, both of them I'd really like to meet, because I was gonna boy crush over Emma's boyfriend with her. Like, I was gonna be like, I love Zach. Like, no, I wouldn't have done that, but I would have like told her like, you're awesome, I love Zach. And then Johnny, I would have told him, I got an 8x10 printout for him, I would have told him. Yeah, but I guess this kind of spoils the story. Whatever. We're standing in line. And people know that the next signing in the next hour block is Emma, or not Emma, is Bayley and Finn. So there's a line that starts to form for that. The line gets a couple people deep, like not too much. But for being like 15 minutes into the hour before, like they were supposed to sign at 4, like at 3:15, it was decently back. I was like, told my cousin, I said, you love Johnny, take my 8x10, I'm gonna chill in this line. I was, oh my gosh, and I did. It was worth it. It was well worth it. But yeah, so I waited in that line, and then I didn't meet Emma, or I say Emma but I didn't meet Bayley and Finn until like 4:30, so I waited in that line forever, and I was towards the front. Everyone loves Finn and Bayley though, which is understandable. So yeah, a couple of these matches go on. Like I remember hearing Apollo Crews and Riddick Moss. I remember hearing Ty Dillinger and Johnny Gargano, but I remember people pulling the curtain. I can't explain because there was like a curtain, and then it was like the lines, and then there was like a bunch of there's seats that you could sit. It was like tiered up. It was a funky thing. So, but whatever. People pulled the curtain back so I could watch that, because then Dillinger played heel. And I remember that being like the last match I saw. Before I was out of line. But I meet Finn and Bayley. So Finn was the first and Bayley was the second person. So of course, like I said before, I go up to Finn. I went up for the too sweet, kind of like this. But he had his hand out, so I like reached down, shook his hand, and then he popped up. It was like awesome, man. I was like, I love it whenever you're here. You are just so awesome. I'm glad. And he was like, oh man, I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all the support you guys give. And it was just like so cool. And it's so funny because last year Balor was just so timid and shy. He was very shy last year. he's come out of his shell a lot since he started NXT. Because last year's Arnold, my cousin went up to him like this, like for the 2 sweet. He like looked around like scared. He looked around, then put it up. This year, he was throwing him out everywhere. Another thing, during Finn's match, again, me and my cousin, a few people back, like, he saw us putting it, but I like put my hand down because I was like not waiting. He saw me. He was like, no. He stuck it out, so I like 2 sweeted him. Finn's just so cool. So, but anyway, Finn, I got the poster signed by him. I would have loved to have met Joe, gotten that signed, but I mean, I hope next year he's there still so I can meet him again, take this. Or I might just leave like everything I have for the Arnold that year. Like, keep my Arnold plaque from the first Arnold, hang that up by itself, hang this and next thing I show you guys. Then I go to meet Bailey. I say, we have the same name. She was like, yeah. And she like hugs me. And like I asked for a hug and she like of course hugged me. So which is awesome. I got video of that, which was cool. And then I got Bailey to sign this awesome looking 8x10 of her in the title. Love it. No to Bailey from Bailey this year, but it's all good. Last year was a lot special to me. I hold last year very close to my heart. Because she was like, asked me, do we spell it the same? I said, no. We spell it with an I. She was like, oh. Like, I think it was starting to click in her head that maybe she met someone like this last year. I don't know. Then, we had, American Alpha defended Revival defended the titles against American Alpha, and American Alpha had won, but it was by a DQ, which is why I got this mixed up with the Arnold or the regular NXT show ending. But American Alpha's over, and I'm excited for them to win the titles at TakeOver. And then Peyton Royce versus Alexa Bliss, which was I enjoyed this match. Peyton Royce got the win, which was upsetting that Alexa didn't get a win in our hometown, but it was all good. And then another thing goes off the graphic. Tommaso Ciampa and Billy Kay are signing. So my cousin and I are like, screw it, Tommaso's there, let's run and go. Because Tommaso and Gargano were both not advertised to be signing that day. They were advertised to be there, but not signing. This line wasn't long, and while we were in line, we got to see the main event of wrestling. We got Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. I love Sami. Sami's awesome. Joe's very good as well. This match ended earlier than I thought because like this stuff was supposed to go on until 5. This ended like 4:30. They were like, we're packed up, we're done. So the Bailey time was like 3 something. I take that back. I got my times mixed up in my head. My apologies. So, yeah. It was cool to see. I enjoyed it. Sami, of course, got the win Haluva kick. And then, but we met Tommaso and Billy Kay. And I got them both to sign the bottom, or the poster, of course. Billy Kay just signed it under their tag match. Tommaso signed it over his name. Johnny's name, mostly. They were cool. Johnny was the first guy, or Tommaso. I see that thing. But Tommaso was the first guy up. So I go to shake his hand. I say, dude, whenever you come to Ohio, it's awesome. I loved your guys' match Thursday. You guys are just... It was so fun to watch. It was one of my favorite. It was probably my second or most favorite match of the night. He was like, oh, thanks. Well, actually, he looks at this. He looks at the poster and goes, oh, so you were at the show? I said, yes, I loved your guys' match. It was towards my top of the favorite list. He was like, oh, did you get the chance to come to the Cleveland show? I said, sadly, I did not. He was like, oh, well, have you been here all day? I said, or he was like, how long have you been here? I said, I've been here since the start. He was like, oh, that's awesome. He was like, thank you for the support. I was like, thank you for everything you do, man. You're awesome. Tommaso was the friendliest person we met the whole day. Like, I didn't meet Emma or Johnny, so I wouldn't know. But Tommaso was definitely the friendliest I met. Just he went out of his way to interact with people, because I'm a shy and like timid person, so it's a bit harder for me to talk. I'm awkward. Tommaso like grabbed conversation out of me, so I really respected that, and I love Tommaso Ciampa. Had I known he would have been signing, would have taken that bitch and gotten that signed, because my biggest regret is still not taking that to last year's Arnold and having Kevin Steen sign it, Kevin Owens. But then I went to Billie Kay. I said, I like you guys. You guys are coming up to be some of my favorite in the women's division. She said, well, thank you. So, cool. She was tired, you could tell. It'd been a long day for everybody. But yeah, the Arnold, 5 stars every time. It's like Access, but only NXT and better. Actually, I don't know if it's better. It's not a walking museum. Traveling museum, whatever. But I had so much fun in NXT Arnold. I will go every year until it's done. Next year I will be driving, so hopefully I will have saved up money next year to hopefully I can go both days. So I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. Mania's in just a few days. A little over a week left. I'll catch you guys maybe Saturday, not tomorrow of course, but the next Saturday for Mania predictions, because it's always fun to give your Mania predictions. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.